What is up, Corpus Christi Comic Con? How you guys doing? I am Tommy with Countdown City Geeks, Countdown City WrestleCast in San Antonio, and I'm honored to be here with you guys. Question. Did y'all ever hear of this show? Little show, what was the name of it? Firefly? Was that it? Did you guys ever hear of Firefly? Yeah? Did you guys like Firefly? Yeah. Would you guys like to see some of the stars of Firefly right now? Yeah. I don't think I believe you. Do y'all want me to bring him out or don't you? I mean, come on, make some noise for him. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Summer Glau, Mr. Sean Maher. Y'all welcome him. Come on, make some noise for him. Make some noise.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Good afternoon.
Happy Sunday.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, please have a seat.
Thanks. You got a couch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not used to this. Wow.
So, how you guys enjoying the con so far?
It's been
Summer.
so fun to reunite.
Yes, we haven't seen each other in, well, I've never met your younger daughter, so that would be 6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, we're in different states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. It's a pleasure to have both of you on. Thank y'all so much for doing this. Thank y'all for being here. So let's just jump right into it. And because this first question is really something I think I really do want to know is Firefly, one season, but all these years later, you still have such a dedicated fan base, of which I am one, by the way. My wife is actually mad at me that I'm getting to do this and she's not here. But how does it feel knowing that after all these years, you still have this dedicated fan base who still love the show so much?
Well, it's just fucking weird.
That's about it? Short, sweet, to the point. That's entirely fair.
It's incredible. It's like, I don't know. It feels amazing to be part of something that is so uniquely special. And I think we all come here and we all, I'm safe to say the cast loves the show as much as you guys do. And, so we get to come here and we get to reunite and we get to, see each other's children and celebrate this mutual thing that we all love and are mad that it was snatched away as quickly as it was. So, yeah.
Can you believe? I remember when we found out that we were going to be canceled, and we all met at Nathan's house, and we were crying and thinking that it was the end. And now we are bringing our children to conventions 20 years later, and still in each other's lives. We didn't know what conventions were when we first started, and Joss tried to explain it to us, and he was like, I think you guys are going to get to travel and do some conventions, and you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah. I think I was the last one to do a convention in London, was the first one. Yeah, the Star Fury convention, and that was bonkers.
Those early days were crazy, getting used to people wanting to take a picture with you and get an autograph. That was, I don't think I spoke in panels for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I was just like this.
Well, if we were ever with Nathan, you didn't have to speak.
I mean, and that's fair, because I remember just reading how different celebrities are just always surprised about conventions, and when you get there and you see the fan base. So when you like you said, you didn't talk for the first couple, but like, did it blow your mind that not only was it the first convention you went to, it's like, oh, okay, so maybe that was a one-time thing, but then you go to the next one and the line is just as long, if not longer. How did that feel?
I think it's a little bit surprising every time. I mean, I don't know. I'm always like, well, if they still want me to go, sure, I'll go. But yeah, I think what Summer says, I think we all remember where we were. I was on set. You were on set, right, when we got canceled? I can't remember. My mom was in town. I remember that.
Oh, that's
which
nice.
added another factor. Well, no, not nice.
No, it wasn't.
That's added a layer of sadness to
just
that.
because I felt like I had to, sort of like take care of her feelings as well, and but
Yeah.
But that was my third. Wait, 1, 2, 3. That was my fourth canceled show with Fox.
Oh, fun!
Oh, really?
So I thought that shows get canceled and we move on.
Yeah.
Right? I had no idea, And like Summer was saying, it's like the show is like really just kind of this seed that was planted, and it's only grown from there. Personally, like we all have children and these lives that have evolved, and we've all stayed in touch, and we lost one of our closest, and it's really that the show itself was just sort of the seed, and look, here we are. It's like the night we got canceled, I think I fell backwards through Nathan's hedge, and here I am now, a sober father, and
So when Firefly ends, but there's still a bit of a rumbling for it, and then you get Serenity. How did that feel, knowing that even though it was nowhere near what you wanted, probably for the show itself, as far as longevity goes, you were given something to wrap it up at least a little bit. How did that feel when you got the call for Serenity?
How'd you feel? I didn't believe it. We were having dinner at Joss's house. And I was being difficult. He was cooking me fish because I had such a specific, crazy diet at that time. And he was off to Cape Cod to finish the script. And I was like, is this really, it's happening? But I didn't believe it until we were at the table read. The first table read, when we were all kind of came back, and then you just heard these, people who I've grown to love so much, say the words of these characters I love so much, and that's when it really kind of sunk in,
Yeah, the whole thing to make to be on set at Universal felt like it was such a surreal redemption, because we felt so rejected from being canceled so quickly at Fox, and to have to see the power of our fan base, to see how devoted they were to bringing us back to life, and then some of the fans were in the movie.
Yep.
And I was talking to someone about that today, that they got to share in the triumph with us firsthand. It's been a special relationship from day one. I really do think that our fans are something unique, even within the con world.
Yeah, I mean, the fans that's why the movie was made, for the fans. You're welcome.
Y'all can applaud that. Come on, give him a hand. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
But the funniest thing about the movie, because a lot of questions we get is like, what was different? Like, and it was, everything was reconstructed, and it's just that we were on the Universal lot instead of the Fox lot. And the bathroom, sound stages are like, twice the size of this. And, on the Fox lot, the bathroom was on the southwest corner of the lot, the southwest corner, and then it was at the opposite end on the Universal lot. So you hear someone be like, "Oh, I'm going to the bathroom," and then you'd hear, "Fuck!" and then they'd have to walk all the way to the other door,
Yeah, but how often did that happen and no one said anything? It's like, they're going the wrong way. No, wait.
Because it's us. Because it's us, and we're all sitting there, they're going the wrong way.
It's like, do they know the bathroom's like, shh, just get a minute.
There'd be like 5, 4, 3, 2.
So when it comes to when you first started everything, you two played brother and sister, was it hard to find that balance, or did you two meet and it was just you worked it out right away?
Stepping back into the film?
Yeah, well, for the show originally.
Well, I don't have a brother. I have 2 sisters, and it was really fun for me because I had always, as a little girl, I would often wonder, would I have a big brother who would help me and take care of me, and so I really got to live that out, and I think I was a huge burden to Sean because I had never acted before.
Yeah, that was Summer's first.
I was like, he had to take care of me like a pet egg. He had to walk me around and help me learn how to stand on my mark and learn how to collate. Is that how you say collate your script? Like when you get new pages, and figure out how to put them in when there's rewrites and.
Yeah. It was a lot of work for me.
I know. But it helped you. You used that, right?
No, I totally did. I mean, it was a lot of work because you were so nasty and cold. Well, because you were, it was also new to you. So absolutely, there was a sense of nurturing that I felt like I was doing as an actress and as as the character. But I mean, I would pause every now and then and be like, I cannot believe this is the first time you're doing this. Because you've been told a million times how exceptional you are on the show, but it really would take me by surprise. But I think you were feeling like a little out of your element, which I didn't understand, but it was nice to feel that sort of nurturing, intention kind of on off, for sure.
People ask me too, how did you come to this character? What did you do to prepare? Because she's an unusual kind of character. And I said, I think.
Is she?
She helped. It helped that I didn't have experience, that I was kind of like a live, like a nerve. I had so much vulnerability built into the experience that I was really able to utilize in playing that character. She was really kind of off on her own planet, and it worked. Helped me.
That's awesome. While I get to my next question, just want to let you guys know if you have any questions, you can start lining up at this microphone right here we have in the center. So if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to start lining up. But while you're doing that, I'm an all-around nerd myself. So I also know you both from your voice roles. So with DC Comics, Mr. Maher, you voicing Dick Grayson, Nightwing, and a lot of movies. By the way, one of my favorite Nightwings ever. I love those movies. And of course, both of you were in the Arrowverse. So how does it feel, especially when you mentioned the conventions, knowing that now when you go to conventions, it's not just Firefly fans you see. You got DC fans coming up to you. You got, because I was by your tables. You have all the pictures. You had a ton of Nightwing pictures, as you should, because Nightwing was great in all those movies. How does it feel knowing that you have just a totally different set of fan bases coming to see you? And again, the lines are even longer now.
Well, it doesn't suck. Listen, it's all just incredibly flattering, to Firefly was just, to be a part of something that's special. It's, at the end of the day, it's okay, awesome. I had that, and then to just, to just think that maybe something else that I've done is, resonating. It's all you could ask for, really.
Science fiction fans too are very they're so loyal and supportive. They're so excited to see what you're doing next, and Firefly opened a lot of doors for me. I for years, I can't say for years because I had just started when I got Firefly, but for a year when I was still dancing, I was still working as my profession was dancing, and I was trying to become an actor. I would go into auditions, and they would say, I think you're a good actor, but you don't have any credits, so they don't want to cast you. And it was Joss who took the first risk casting me. And from there, it felt that there was just a tremendous momentum and energy and enthusiasm to cast me in new ways within the genre world. And I think it's very diverse. Just because you're in this world, I didn't ever feel typecast. There's so much to it, and doing the voice work was also a really unique aspect of this world. Totally different experience. But always felt the love, and always felt the support, and always the openness to supporting whatever comes next.
Well, you do definitely deserve the support of the fans for all the great memories and characters y'all have given us. So definitely we appreciate all that y'all have done for us. We do have an audience question. Call out to the microphone. Can state your name and your question.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I was wondering, what was y'all's favorite quotes that your character said in Firefly or Serenity?
It's okay to leave them to die.
It was. That's just darn good advice. Also, I can kill you with my brain.
For the record, that's a quote I always wish I could say for real. It's like, I could kill you with my brain. Of course, then again, I'd be arrested a lot. Sorry. Well, your name and your question, please.
I'm Winnie, and what did your families think when you started acting?
I had a very, very supportive family. I had a very strained relationship with my father, but I grew up in a funeral home, and he had to take over the funeral home when he was 17 when his dad died. And so he was always like, even if you want to join the circus, like, you're going to go do exactly what you want, because he sacrificed pretty much his whole life just for this, you know. And I was always ashamed of that until 6 Feet Under came out, and then I told everyone, I'm like, I did that too, you know. But yeah, no, my parents were incredibly supportive. Yeah, I don't have that story of
My parents were too. My parents actually drove me to. I just had this feeling that I was supposed to be an actor, and I never really did it because I was a pretty serious ballet dancer. But I just had this feeling that I was going to be an actor, and I'm from San Antonio, so I'm from close by here. And,
Me too.
you are too?
Yeah, I am too. Born and raised there.
Yeah. So when I was in high school, my mother found this class for public speaking for adults who are shy, and she somehow my mom was always making things happen for me. We didn't have any money. We had to be very creative. My parents bartered from my ballet classes. My dad painted the ballet studio. So she was always finding a way to try to help me with whatever dream I had. And so she signed me up for this class. It was held in an abandoned jazzercise building. And it was me and a bunch of shy, middle-aged people. And the class was run by this 6 foot tall, redheaded, flaming red hair, Miami. She was the drama teacher at Miami University, and somehow, I don't know how she ended up in San Antonio teaching us, but it was extraordinary. And so I met a screenwriter in the class, and he cast me in his in his play. And from there, I met a manager in San Antonio, and he said, if you ever come out to the big city, I'll represent you. And my parents drove me out, and I remember we were driving on the 101, and I had never seen hills like that before, with billboards everywhere. And I was so overcome. And then somebody in a motorcycle sped past us and knocked off our rear view mirror. And I was like, take me home. And my parents said, we're not leaving. You're staying for a month. I stayed at the Oakwood, with all the other kid actors. And they wouldn't let me leave. They said, no, we're staying for a month. And I booked my first commercial. And so I owe them, they believed in me more than I believed in myself. So thank you. That was a long story.
Yeah. As the next person comes up, maybe it's something about San Antonio parents, because whenever I said I want to do something, my parents say, okay, but you stick with it for at least this long and see if you like. Because I did gymnastics for about a year, and that first week I was like, I want to go home. I was like, nope, you said you want to do this, so you're going back next week. Okay, then I stick with it for a year.
And then you liked it.
Yeah, then I liked it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi, your name and your question.
Hi, my name is Stacia. I was wondering, did you guys have an idea or maybe a headcanon for what might have happened to River and Simon if there had been a second season?
I mean,
Well,
there's
You would have been. I just thought that River should start a small business of some kind.
Killers Anonymous.
Something unique. She was ready. I think she grew a lot in that film.
I always thought, Simon and Kaylee would have babies, and then River would be their best playmate. But we would never leave them alone.
He said he wouldn't let me babysit.
Thank you. River would be the aunt. It's like, oh, you have bullies at school? Here's what you do. And then it's like, why are there 3 broken arms of children at that school? It's like, that's what I talk about, little niece. That's what I talk about right there. It's like, yeah,
They can kill you with their brain.
they can kill you with their brain. Yes. Hi, your name and your question, please.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I have a question for both of you, actually. I was wondering, what were your favorite scenes or arc to play and shoot during Firefly?
My favorite episode was Objects in Space.
Objects in Space.
Yeah, that was such a beautiful episode for me. I was really a supporting character in Firefly, so I didn't have anywhere to go or anything to do, so I just wanted to be there, and that was the one episode where I worked every day, and it felt like a dream, the whole thing, it was a dream, and a dream inside a dream. So I have a lot of special memories from that episode.
Did you say you were a supporting character in Firefly?
I heard it too, but I was going to let it go.
I was,
or
really...
the show was revolved around this girl
I heard
that's
it. I wasn't going to say
taken
nothing.
out of the government.
Thanks, Sean.
Oh, Summer. I really loved, I think Safe was the first one that I really loved just because it was me and you. Objects in Space, I loved. And I loved Jamestown. I had so much fun.
That was a good one.
That's my other favorite line for whoever asked, wherever you went. This must be what going mad feels like.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, name your question, please.
Hi, my name is Roger. I actually wanted to say, so y'all are known for Firefly, all right? But that's not your only thing. It's like, Miss Glau, you've done a ton of other stuff since Firefly. You did the Sarah Connor Chronicles, and then Mr. Maher. Like, I remember seeing you in The Rookie, which that role threw me for a loop because, like, I know that's Nathan Fillion's new show. And I think he's got like a few of the other actors to come back and do. I know Adam Baldwin was in, I believe, 1 or 2 episodes of
911?
Castle.
Oh, okay.
Castle, and then but when I saw you in that one, I was like, wow, it was a trip seeing you because I was like, everybody knows you from Firefly. Everybody knows you as Simon, this little kind of timid guy, and then you show up as like this escaped convict who's like willing to do whatever. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. So I just want to say thank you for the other roles that you do. Firefly will always be a special place in my heart, but I want to say that's not who y'all only are, but keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
That was very nice. Hi, your name and your question, please.
Hello, my name is Ricky.
Hey.
I just want to say it's pretty cool seeing you guys here from the couch and like watching TV. And talking to you.
Yeah, I'm comfy.
Yeah, but
It's nice.
I guess my question to you all was like, I saw that you did voice acting for Nightwing in your panel down there. So it's like, what got you into voice acting as opposed to normal?
I was offered Nightwing, and I had never done voice acting before, so it actually took me 3 films before I believed that I knew what I was doing and I wasn't going to be fired. Because the first movie, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is crazy. They're going to fire me. And then the second movie, I was like, they're out of their mind. Should I even go work for these people? Because they're crazy, because, I should be fired. And then the third movie, I was like, oh yeah, this is really fun. So I was gifted that role. The ironic thing is I've auditioned for other voice stuff. Never, ever have I gotten a single other role, but this, if this is my only one, I'm happy. But but yeah, I was so blessed. It was a fan. Like Summer said, it opened so many doors, Firefly, and someone was a fan and said, "Hey, I've got this, new role," and then it was like, "Oh my God, it's
It's a
Nightwing."
workout. It's a small room, and you are sweating. You're giving so much of yourself because you can't rely on all the other stuff.
Right.
You have to. It is such an art.
Especially
and
when they do the effects. So you come back and you then you record all the like, and they're like, "No, can we get it more like?" And you're like, "Okay, got it." It's like, and then you're like, all those. They're like, and they're like, "No, it's more of like," and I'm like, "Okay," and you're just like, "Oh my God!" And you go home with like a sore throat and like.
You do. It is a
workout.
full body effort, and the coaches are spectacular.
Oh, they're incredible.
The way the way that they hear the quality of sound and how it's coming and how far you are and how I have so much respect for voice actors. And it's a totally different experience.
Yeah, you're alone. So there were a couple times, like I was in a movie with Morena, and I had no idea until they told me in the booth. I'm like, then why am I not like, at least because I was in Australia, and they were like, oh yeah, this Morena's saying these lines. I was like, why didn't anyone tell us that? It's like, but.
Thank you for your question. Before the next person comes up, I was when Mr. Baldwin was here yesterday. I was talking to him. He alluded to the idea of an animated version of Firefly happening someday. Would you two ever be interested in ever doing something like that?
For sure. Did I say that?
Adam Baldwin did.
Oh,
yeah,
I was like, I don't remember.
No,
and I know I wasn't drunk.
No, he was here yesterday with his very imposing voice. I was scared of him the whole time. No, I'm kidding.
If everybody was on board, I would do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It has to be that way. It has to be a way for us to all be free at the same time to do it. But man, that'd be such a treat.
Yeah. Awesome. Hi. Your name and your question, please.
Hi, I'm Jay. I guess my question is, going into Firefly, how much did y'all know about like what your character would become by the end? Like, I mean, River especially goes through a huge change, being the most dangerous person in the galaxy, pretty much.
We didn't know.
We didn't know much.
Joss was very, I don't know if secretive is the right word, but we didn't get.
There wasn't even a script when I auditioned. Did you have one?
Just a few pages.
Yeah, just a few pages of what we were auditioning with, which was, intriguing enough. And then meeting Joss again without a script, but like falling in love with this man. And then, I think we got them as they unfolded, or Joss and Tim would come running to set and be like, oh my God, we just broke a story, and they were so giddy and would share it with us. But what was that scene? They called it the Ocean's 11 scene where help me out guys, where I'm doing the heist. No, we're going to break in and get all the meds. Yeah.
Which, I'm trying to remember. And I've seen off the ocean. And I'm blanking right now.
I know what you're talking
I know
about.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of it right now for some reason.
I'm embarrassed. And I'm also embarrassed for you all.
I hear that a lot. Oh, you weren't talking to me.
Wait. All right, Siri will know, but we'll ask her later. That scene, I don't know if you all remember, it's sort of like you were going through and training, or I had to do it. Then Ariel, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Siri.
I remember that.
And that's how quick the stories came out. It's like, we didn't know anything. And yeah.
But don't you find that with Joss's writing, that even when we were just auditioning for the pilot, that just having those 2 pages, they were so potent that you just felt like you didn't need any more. You could there's something about him that it just generates so much inspiration, and you feel like you know that character. It's happened to me a few times with his writing that when I got those pages and I looked back on them when we were moving, I kept my audition pages. If I booked the role, I keep the audition pages.
Oh.
And I thought, wow, I don't know if I could go back now and do that. It was like a moment of time, like a spark of inspiration. And
what was the scene? Do you remember?
It was just written for
the audition. 'Cause I was like, you didn't really talk much in the pilot.
Yeah. He just wrote the audition.
Joss was like, okay, act crazy, go,
Act crazy.
No problem, boss. I have that. So yeah, it was like that. We just trusted. We just would jump off the cliff and just go.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Hi there.
Hi, my name is Omar. I just had a question. When you read the script for Serenity, how did it feel to, like, when you knew that some of the main crew members were gonna kind of kick the bucket? Did you know ahead of time, or did you?
Well, it was. I don't think we. I don't know. He told you more than he told me, I think.
I don't remember reading it. I remember
knowing
it before we read it. But Joss is kind of famous for just like twisting the knife.
Yeah.
And
I was drunk. I don't remember. I don't. It's funny. It's a great question. Because
that is a good question, because now I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a gut punch.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
It was a double whammy.
Yeah, when Wash, I remember thinking, that didn't just happen, did it? Like just there was like, you know, you have to rewind it. It's like, wait, did I miss the frame that it dodged him? Like, oh no, he's dead.
Wait,
Great.
Did you just spoil it?
If I spoiled this movie just now after all these years, I'm not sorry, guys. It's not Deadpool and Wolverine, which, by the way, if some of you saw it spoiled that for me, we're fighting outside after this is over. I'm kidding. Thanks for your question.
No, that was rough. That's actually one of my favorite lines in the movie is when Zoe says, he ain't coming. And I'm like,
oh. Yeah.
Yeah, the tears that came were so real.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Yeah.
When we were standing out there in the desert and the sun was setting and we were like...
I was just talking about that with someone yesterday. I think one of you guys. They were asking about location-wise. And that location, we were in Joshua Tree for that. And it was like just magic hour. Is that what they call it? When the sun's just about to set and the lighting is just... We were all like, we were driven out there and, sat around basically
golden
waiting.
hour. It's
golden hour.
Golden hour, yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, that was a big scene.
That one's imprinted forever.
This is my friend Mike, my associate from Countdown City WrestleCast.
Hey, Mike.
My question is for Tommy. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not, dude. No, it's not, and we both know it.
No, for both of y'all, this kind of goes off one of the statements that was made earlier. Both of you, after Firefly, have showed up in other Whedon products, in other Nathan Fillion shows and stuff. What has it been like over the years coming back and seeing some of your friends again in other shows and other things like that? How has that been when y'all had this show that was just that 1 year and it could have been so much more, but y'all keep coming back and getting connected to each other?
It's strange. I've worked with Nathan again. I've worked with Adam again. I worked with Alan again. Not on screen, but with him directing, and it's weird for me because I feel like I'm River to you guys. I feel like I'm the weird little sister, and that's just who that sometimes, like in families, it's like, to me, my sisters are 12 and 16, and they will always be 12 and 16 to me. And so it's just, it's a little bit uncomfortable when I'm on other sets with them, because there's just this muscle memory to it, and it feels odd.
Yeah.
That's just how it is for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh, I guess I've worked with Jewel again, Alan, Nathan. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about all that.
He was drunk.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost to time on this, and before we wrap it up, I do want to say thank you both again for being here and everything. But just going forward, has there been anything that you haven't done yet? Like, is there any like roles that you want to do, or genre that you haven't done yet that you really want to? Is there anything that's like you say, man, I want to do that before I call my career, call it a day? How's your brother or sister think you two did, by the way? Just
I had to answer. I always say Dexter. Like, I love Dexter. I'm always trying to look for the dark. I love the dark.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that, because I was thinking the other day about literature, and I just finished listening to Tandy Newton's. Tandy Newton is now a voice actress too on Audible. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, but she does the most glorious Jane Eyre with all the voices. And so, and I'm nerdy about this kind of stuff, and I go into the comments and I read every comment about what people think and which version is the best. And somebody was saying that either you're a Jane Eyre person or you're a Wuthering Heights person. And they were saying that it's because some people just cannot get behind Wuthering Heights characters because there's no redeemable characters. And for me, I'm a Wuthering Heights person because I can find somebody hurt you, didn't they? Like, I can figure out why you're bad, and I love you no matter what. And it's funny, like with Dexter. I don't watch Dexter because it scares me. He kills people, doesn't he?
Yes. But he's like the Robin Hood of serial killers. Like, he's doing it for, he's redeemable. He's doing it because he's the good guy. And that's what I love about it. So, I mean, I love the dark, but I sort of love the complexity of it. So he's like, if somebody gets off, like they're not,
if they're not convicted, they're caught.
If they're not convicted, they're out, like doing the thing. He just works his magic.
Oh, maybe I will take it.
Yeah,
the Robin Hood of serial killers is probably going to be the one thing I will never forget from this. Last audience question. Go ahead, sir. Your name, please.
I'm Justin. How you doing?
Hey, good.
It was rumored when y'all filmed Firefly that you called her by her real name. You didn't use character names. You were saying, "Hey, Summer," instead of her character name, River. And if that's true, did you ever drive Joss Whedon crazy if you did that with the other cast members? No, stay in character. Call her by character name. No real names here.
I don't remember that.
I was drunk.
But he was drunk.
I don't remember that.
It was a lot of fun.
We would scream. Summer became the scapegoat for everything. If anything went wrong, even if she wasn't in the take, it'd always be like, Summer! Yeah. We were blaming it on Summer. So we were always screaming her name. I don't know if I ever did that.
Our second, I think it was our second AD. She never got my name right. She couldn't. She could not remember if I was River or Summer.
No.
No, from the. I think it was from the pilot, and I had so much fun with her. I loved her. It didn't matter. She called me Summer, River, Summer, just to cover her bases. But it was kind of confusing that my name was so close to my character. But yeah, people yelled my name if I was not on I didn't need to be in the scene. I didn't need to be working that day, and then I didn't even need to be on that show because people were yelling and blaming me for shows I wasn't even on. Worked every time.
Now I'm just imagining if something goes wrong on the rookie, Nathan Fillion just screams, "Summer!" And she's like, "I haven't been on this show." Last question, yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Rob. I had a question for Summer, also about voice work. Could you tell us a bit about Control Alt Destroy? That was one where you voiced all the characters, not just one.
Oh yes. Oh, that was. That one was interesting because I recorded it in San Antonio. I was living in Texas at the time, and it was like a one-woman show. I did all the roles, and it was. I was very nervous about it. I like being part of a group. I really do like playing supporting characters. I think it suits me. So it was a bit overwhelming, but I was honored that they trusted me with that many characters, and I had a really good time getting to do male voices. That was definitely first, because with Supergirl I had sort of an alter ego, so I got to feel different parts of my own personality and just bringing things out. But getting to play the men too was wild. Yeah. Thank you.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. So, well, guys, we have come to the end of the panel, and give these amazing people another round of applause. Come on, y'all. Come on. They'll be heading back to their tables pretty soon. So go down there, get a picture, get an autograph, and thank you guys so much, and thank you both. Really appreciate it. Thank you.